What's your childhood mystery that you finally solved years later? I spent my childhood haunted by nightmares of a girl whose face I couldn't remember, but it wasn't until I opened a dusty storage box 20 years later that I finally realized she'd been protecting me all along. Growing up in foster care wasn't easy. I bounced around from house to house. I didn't have family pictures or memories like most kids did. Instead, I had dreams. Weird dreams that felt real. I always dreamed of this girl. She was older and always crying. Sometimes she screamed, but when I tried to reach her, she disappeared into the dark. Years went by and those nightmares faded. I finished school and became a therapist. I was good at helping other people deal with trauma, but there was always this feeling that something was missing, like I had forgotten something important. One day when I was 32, I got some paperwork about my past from social services. They sent me a bunch of court documents and records about my childhood. Most of it was blacked out and didn't say much, but there was one paper that caught my eye. It said I had an older sister named Maya. My heart started racing. I never knew I had a sister. The paper said we got split up when I was 4 years old. I felt like I was going to pass out. Could Maya be the girl from my nightmares? I knew I had to find out. It took weeks, but I finally tracked down Maya. She lived 2 hours away. She had a daughter named Sophia who was 8 years old. When I called her, my hands were shaking so much I almost dropped the phone. Maya sounded scared and nervous too, but she agreed to meet. We met at a park near her apartment. Maya looked tired and sad. Her eyes were dark like she hadn't slept in years. Sophia stood close to her, holding her mom's hand tight. She looked shy, like she didn't know what to think of me. We sat on a bench and it was awkward at first. Maya barely looked at me, but Sophia smiled a little. She had my eyes. After some small talk, Maya finally opened up. She said, "Do you remember anything?" I shook my head. "Just nightmares. Nothing clear." Maya took a deep breath. "That's probably for the best," she whispered. Then she told me everything. When we were little, we lived with a guardian who hurt us badly. One day, the authorities came. Maya knew they were going to split us up. She didn't want me to keep suffering, so she lied. She told everyone she was the only one getting hurt. She took all the blame. They sent her away to one foster home and me to another. Listening to her, I felt sick. Maya gave up everything for me. She took years of pain alone so I wouldn't have to. I felt guilty. I felt angry. I felt grateful. There were too many feelings at once. Maya looked away. "I thought you'd hate me for not telling you sooner." I shook my head and took her hand. It felt warm and familiar even though we hadn't touched since we were little kids. "You saved me," I told her. "I could never hate you." A few days later, we visited a storage unit together. Maya had some boxes she'd kept from our childhood. The room was dusty and smelled like old paper. We opened one box and I pulled out a teddy bear. Suddenly, I remembered it. I used to hold it tight when I was scared. Then, buried at the bottom, we found a drawing. It was me and Maya holding hands. Maya had drawn it right before they split us up. Seeing it made us both cry. Maya hugged me tight, and for the first time, I felt like I'd come home. That day, my nightmares stopped for good. Maya and I started rebuilding our relationship. It wasn't perfect, but we were honest and open about everything. Slowly, we started healing. Now, instead of nightmares, I had a sister and a niece. I finally had a family.